which is Saturn, this planet down here, and it's just like sitting here on your south node. So the south node is like, it's the part of us that we're really, how do I say? It's a part of us that we're like, we don't really want to engage in so much in this life. It may have something to do with a sibling. There may be some stress or stressors with a sibling maybe, or if it's not a sibling, it could be, I don't know, maybe like a group of people where there's something going on right now where you're feeling kind of held back. It's like you're feeling, let me see when this transit started. It would have started, let's see. It would have started just recently, like maybe in early this year. You're gonna feel it until early 2022. And it can be like this, just feeling like where you're just feeling kind of like stuck, where you're not really able to, not really able to kind of like shine. There can be some like negativity that comes in. Does that make sense? Is there anything happening right now that's sort of like heavy? It's like heavy.
Well, I mean, yeah. There's,
Does it have
yeah,
to do with like a group of people, or does it have to do with,
it's it's definitely a group of people, but
are they involved in something that's maybe not so great? I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just giving the energy around it because I don't know what the specifics are. And you
yeah,
only have to, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to, you know what I mean? It's just,
yeah, it's just it's gonna try to. It's something that could alter my life anyway. It's all negative. There's
it's
no
all negative.
positive. Yeah,
Say that again, I'm
no
sorry.
it's all negative. There's nothing positive in it, and I just kind of want to remove them all away from my life.
Yeah, there's this like, so the third house is like, there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of hypocrisy, there can be a lot of like, and there's group energy there. It's like a group of people, and there can be a lot of, I don't know, like people doing things not the correct way. I don't know how else to explain it, but just like not doing things the right way, using like shortcuts or using tricks or you know, like just not really not, it's definitely kind of a negative energy. And it's definitely like there's a karmic energy around this. It's like there's this some kind of karma around it. Like you feel like you need to like work through this. It's going to be there. Like I said, you're going to kind of feel it on and off for this year, throughout this year. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. And then it's going to be like, it's just going to like, from there, it's going to just, you're going to learn so many lessons that it's just you're going to fly into your North Node up here, and you're going to be like so much more fully embracing that really honest life full of integrity where you shine, you know? Because like you're like amongst this group, it's like you are you are that light that knows how to like speak the truth, or you know, follow the truth, like be in the truth, you know? So but there is going to just kind of be this period. It's not going to be all bad. I think it's going to activate your North Node enough that you're going to, there's going to be such lessons around it, I guess, is the only way I can explain it. But you are going to kind of go through this year where, and there can be feelings of just like feeling like you're held back, feeling like things are heavy. There can be like feelings of depression, and it can be like you feel stuck or you feel limited, you know. There can be like delays and just feeling just like you're held back. So you're going to feel that throughout this year. But I just want you to know that, you know, this is your, like karmically, it's like you're going through this, but this whole whatever you're in right now, this is not who you are, you know. It's like who you are is this person who's like got this light to shine in the world, like I've said, and that energy will be coming back to you. You do have another transit that is a little tough, and it's Uranus squaring your north and south node. It's this planet over here, and it's making a square to basically your lifeline. And what that can do sometimes as well, is, let's see, that started in July of 2020-ish. It's kind of like an approximate. It's not like it just started. But July 2020, and it'll go to about March 2022. So it's going to end around the same time as this other difficult transit. These are two really tough transits. I just got to tell you. They're hard transits. And you're not going to see something like this again in your life. I mean, it's not like you're never going to go through anything tough again in your life, but this is a pretty tough time for these transits. You know, it's this second one that I'm talking about with Uranus squaring your north and south node. It's like you can like feel like you're on a life path, and then suddenly you break away, you're like breaking away from something. You know, like all of a sudden there's this unexpected change in direction. And while that transit is there, you can kind of feel like you're not totally on solid ground, and you're like, God, things are moving in different directions. You know, it's like suddenly you're starting in a direction, and then boom, something happens, and you're in a different direction, and you know, things like that. So, you know, all I can say for you during all of these like tough times, this transits throughout this year, is just remember that you are about truth, you are about honesty, you are about integrity, you are about, you know, the philosophy, and really and shining that, and that you have a light, a real light for the world to shine those things, that truth. So just always remember that about yourself. And, you know, if you get off track for a little while, then, you know, things don't go in weird directions, you're going to come back to that, you know? So you just have that faith in that. There's something too for you. It's like you can get like a lot of information. Like you need to get away from the chatter. There's a lot of people like with different opinions, differing opinions, you know, and you can get kind of like, it can kind of drag you down. And you need to you need to find your own truth. And that means getting away from all that. And when you're spending time, especially like in nature, outdoors, away from all that chatter, or in just your quiet space, it's like you get these inspired truths, you know, like you can literally get inspiration, and that is like like you're like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know what my path is. I'm inspired toward it, you know, and that's like, and the only way to do that and to follow that path is to get away from all that noise of all the different opinions and all the, you know. So, and there's also a lot of energy here of you, like it's very like career oriented. There's something between both of your charts actually. Your north node rulers, it's called, they're conjunct. So they are, I can see like there's such a strong attraction between the two of you, because you are going in the same direction together. It's like you both have this, so Mo, your sun is in Capricorn, and Jamie, your Uranus is in Capricorn, and they're both at 1 degree, and they're both your north node rulers, and blah, blah, blah. And those two planets, but because they're both in Capricorn, it means you both have like ambition together. Like you both have this sense of ambition, shared ambition together. You know, and you know, like that you want to kind of like climb the ladder of like wanting to kind of have that sense of like wanting to have like a sense of like certain status and ambition and wanting certain things in life, you know, and you both are able to work together for that. You both know how to encourage each other to be disciplined, for example, you know, encourage each other to work hard, to be focused, you know. It's like you really help each other to do that. So that's really cool energy that you guys have together. It's a really nice energy. I like it a lot. So Jamie, I'm going to pull up okay, any quick questions before I switch over to you, Jamie? Any Mo, do you have any questions?
That was all. So I'm new to all this, and that was all dead on. You literally, that's so crazy. I'm like just amazed now.
I know, it's cool, right? Astrology is like, whoa. It's like,
and like the chatters, see, a lot of people are chattering and they're against our relationship, and they have been since we've been together, and we've been together 9 months now, and like we live together, and I've never been happier, more empowered, more any of those things. Like I've always been very ambitious, and stuff. And like but with him, like, I just feel like since like the first day I met him, we could build together. And then he said all of that. And so like, I've been kind of letting the chatter get in my head a little bit, and and then so like to come to this reading and to just hear all of this, like, it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, you have like a couple of really nice really nice connections together. Like, not only that, but actually I could pull up both of your charts. Well, not only that sun conjunction that you have, but you also have, I think it's Jamie, your sun and your Mars are conjunct Mo's Saturn and Jupiter, and that's in Libra. So that's like it's like people who are really kind to each other, like there's like an ease and a harmony in that when you have that connection, like a sense of really supporting one another. So you're supporting each other through like kindness and lovingness, but your lovingness, that's the word, lovingness, but you're also but you also have this ambition together, so it's like you're really supporting each other that in both those kind of ways. So it's pretty cool. Do you have ambition? Is there any ambitions toward a business, like is there a business that you're looking into?
What, 9?
9.
Would you say 9? Okay.
Yeah. And so we are stuck here until next year. I wanted to go, so KPMG, I'm going to get hired on for them, but I'm actually going to try for Deloitte too. I graduate with I'm going to be getting my master's in accounting, and we went to Dallas because they said they'd hire me for the Dallas or the Chicago office. And we both loved Dallas, but she had lived there before. I had never been there. And so I went there. I loved it. I was ready to go this summer. Thank God baby has some sense, because he was like, well, you still have school and we got to get this school finished. And he's right. We definitely do. I'm not a good online school person at all. And so we're going to be here until the summer of 2022, and then we're going to go ahead and move from there.
Okay.
But I was thinking about March. That's what's funny.
March.
That's what's crazy. She said
there's something shifting in March.
Well, March, and then pay off the 3 months later.
Yeah, we can just be it too. That's a perfect idea. I'm ready to go now, so I'm grateful. We're going in March.
So let me pull up your chart. Okay. So here's your chart, Jamie. And so again, I'll talk first about your North Node. Sorry, I think my dog is going to start barking. Sammy.
Oh, he's fine.
Sammy. So your North Node is in Aquarius. So your Sun is in Libra, which you probably already know. But your North Node is in Aquarius, and it's in the house of Pisces. So those two archetypal energies are really strong in your chart, really important in your chart. So when you have a North Node in Aquarius, and it's like you need to, your like whole purpose in life is to, there's something like you like think ahead of your time. It's like you have ideas that are, they're like ahead of their time. Like you're actually, you have a really great mind, and you're kind of like helping people to see things in unique ways, and you have a very unique perspective to things, and you're kind of helping bring people into like the future, so to speak.
Wow. So
it's like you have this really original way of viewing things. The only thing that holds you back from expressing that, though, is that it's like you have trouble like letting people down, and there's this sense of like wanting to make people happy, like play a role that you think other people are going to approve of you for that. And it's hard for you to give that up, but the only way for you to fulfill your life's dreams is to not care anymore about what people think about you. It's like you have to just be like, no, this is, you need to like embrace that freedom that comes with with just not caring what people think about you, you know? Because otherwise you can get stuck in roles. You're like quite a perfectionist. It's like there's this like feeling like you have to play this role of being the perfect one, you know, and needing things to be like very well, you know, being really well prepared and like having that sense of perfectionism. But like if you like when you keep playing that role, it just is like it just doesn't really it doesn't work for you. Like you're not going to really fulfill your life's dreams that way, you know. Your North Node is about kind of just like thinking for yourself, having a unique way of embracing that unique way of doing things, and then just kind of like letting go and going with the flow. It's like you have a tendency to think that you can control things a lot and or that you have to have everything planned out, but in fact you like really just need to just jump in first sometimes. It's like you have to let go and just let God.
And can you say that again? You cut out real quick.
I do. It's like you just have to just like kind of let go and just let God. You know, it's like your life, interestingly enough, will kind of unfold almost without you planning it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like there's like this higher purpose for you where things will just kind of fall into place for you when you put forth a dream, like a vision, you know, and you have a tendency to think you have to have all your ducks in a row before you can do something, but actually things are just going to kind of fall into place for you. You know, you meet the right people or the right circumstance comes along, and when you kind of just let go and go with that flow, it's like you can really just kind of embrace the magic, you know, of your life unfolding. And really the only way that you can fully embrace that is through, like I said before, just like letting go of that need to play a role for other people. It's like you actually have you have such a strong spiritual connection. Does that make sense to you? Like, do you feel that? Like you have this capacity, like instead of trying to fix things, which you tend to like say, okay, you know, things are about, I need to fix it. I need to fix it. I need to make it better. I need to like do something to help this person, or I need to like, you know, help them, or it's like you kind of just like go and just pray, you know what I mean? Or just go and like, just recognize that like God is taking care of everything, and that sometimes people are suffering or things are happening because that's just like that's the plan, like that's God's plan. And honestly, the more you like embrace that philosophy in life, I feel like you could have, I mean, this might sound weird, but I feel like you could have you ever had like spiritual experiences that were like you couldn't explain? Because I feel like you have this capacity to like really just have this direct connection. But you have this direct connection to God that you can just tap right into, and have like kind of like transcendental experiences even in your life. But the only way you can really fulfill that is if you shut down all the chatter, because there's a lot of chatter in your mind. Like earlier I was talking about Mo, like his is like hearing other people's opinions. Yours is about like this internal chatter that you have. Actually, it's not just internal, you're very vocal about you can be a chatterbox. Like, because you're always trying to process things. Like you're very logical, and you're almost like you're so logical that you're just like, okay, I need to process and just be like process things, which can give you digestive issues too, by the way. All that over processing. But it's like you need to like quiet your mind. Different, like I told Mo he has that in him as well, but for you it's like it's literally emptying your mind of the overthinking and the over processing and the over planning and the all that. It's like for you literally silence is so important. In fact, I would definitely suggest like that you meditate. Meditation. You need meditation. Did you just join a class or something?
Yeah, he started teaching. Like, I fall asleep though. Most of the times that we've done it, I fell asleep with it, but I did feel better because, like, I have anger issues and stuff too. My parents have been my kids my whole life. I've been so that's I think that was the energy. Will you think too? Was my family, the in and out, living with us, you're not living with. They're just, and then it's just a mess. And
yeah, a lot of that. I mean, I hate to get to but a lot of that. There's a lot with your dad here. There's a lot with your dad, like trying to fix things with your dad, trying to help him, and also like just feeling like you have to play this role of being the perfect one for your dad. It might be, some of it might be unconscious too, but it's like that's a lot of what you need to burn off of, like, karmically, is just to like kind of just say, like, I need to be independent and do my own thing, you know. And when you move toward that, that's when that's when you come to a place where you realize, like, you know what, they're in God's hands, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like God is taking care of things, because once you let go of fixing everything for everyone, you'll find that things fix themselves, you know. It's like it will happen. You just have to take that leap of faith to just kind of let go, you know. And that's where that faith and that trust in God comes from, which for you is like, it's so powerful. I would say that's powerful in everybody's charts, but it's so hard for you to do. But when you do embrace that faith and just knowing that everything is in God's hands, it really can be really magical for you, you know, shift things.
It's so crazy. I've always knew, because like I come from a really bad like childhood and people and all of that stuff, and like I've always strived to be really good, like, and I always knew that was God, like, talking to me and teaching me and like molding me and stuff, because the people I was around and where I was growing up and all of that, there's no way that I got some of the morals and the values and just, you know, the way that I am from being growing up there, you know, and all of that. And
that probably has a lot to do with like you having this south node in the 6th house, because it's like, this is like you saying, well, I'm going to be the shining light that is the good one, because that's the 6th house is like the good, you know. But that's a lot of energy, you know, like that just takes up a lot of energy to have to always be playing that role, you know. It's like it's like you need more freedom, you know. You need freedom to let things get messy, and I don't mean like, you know, crazy messy. I just mean like you just need to kind of just let go of that and just, you know, and just flow with your life.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like there's just like, it's like your north node is just so much about just needing that freedom to be who you really are, to be your true self, you know. That might be a little bit unusual even. And so the meditation, I could even see you doing something like Reiki, you know, those kind of things, because the more you quiet and go into your internal self, I really feel like you could have some very profound spiritual experiences that you know, defy logic. So
yep.
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah. What did you say, Mom?
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah. Why did you say that? Because Aquarius is extraterrestrial. So